Here's a little preview of what we're planning on for a fall class in art. Normally I do a lot of portrait work in classes and stuff, and we might be doing some of that this time, but the main point of this class this year is going to be on sketching. And what's the difference between sketching and what I've done in the past? Well, sketching is more of a type of fun drawing where we're not measuring things out necessarily. We're going more by eyesight. We're going more by techniques of observation, how I put what I'm looking at, like out on and live in the outdoors, or whether I'm sitting at a desk and just drawing from photographs. How do you take what you see and how do you put that on paper? And that's mainly what I'm going to be working on this fall with the students. So normally kids are asked to just draw from their eyes or from their memory, and that's kind of a sketching tool also. But what I'm hoping to teach is more realistic techniques. How do I draw not from my memory, but how do I draw what I see? In other words, here's a little sketch that I'm doing of nobody in particular, just a little kid. Just going by my memory, the stuff that I've done in my life, I kind of have some ideas about it. I kind of generally know where the eyes go, nose, mouth, hair, all that, ears. But what if I want to do more? If I'm going to observe somebody and draw them, how do you do that? So I originally got a picture here of Abe Lincoln. So how do you take him and take what you kind of know or what you kind of see? Let's say it's more over here. I'm sorry, you're looking over here. You see Abe. How do you get that down on paper in a sketch form, and you're not measuring, where you're not doing a lot of in-depth types of things? So how do I, in other words, how do I see this, turn this little boy into more of an Abe Lincoln kind of character? So I'll erase a little bit here, a little bit here. And let's just kind of look. I'm going to do this real fast. I'm only going to do a little bit of this, and I'll kind of show you what I ended up doing a little bit earlier. So I know where the eyes are generally on a face. They almost are always in, it's the rare person that has facial features that go outside of the norms. They're almost always in the same place. So what I'm just doing is I'm observing what's over here. And in class, obviously this is something that I would want to talk more in depth about and do more of a demonstration about what I'm actually looking at and doing. And so I am obviously needing to lengthen his face out a little bit more than it is, but I'm observing certain things. I'm observing relationships. Like I said, it's really hard to do in a very short video, but it's just really more of a quick demo of how I kind of work my way through things and what I'm hoping to teach you guys in the fall. And so I'll make this real fast. And then, like I said, I did a little bit more involved sketch earlier. Once again, no measuring or that kind of thing. And maybe that doesn't mean anything to you, but if you're doing portrait work, it definitely would. Let's see here. A few lips. His telltale beard in here with no mustache. It's kind of one of the things that really, I always look at Abe and I go, it's much more like what you'd call an Amish type of beard, where they don't put a mustache right in here. It's just kind of filled in like that. So obviously I am not going for a exact an exact portrait right here in this really quick constrained time frame. So obviously some things, and I'm going to show you real quick. Earlier I did the same sketch and just put it, I think it was like 6 or 7 minutes onto it. So let me pause here. And I will take this guy out and show you. This is the one I really pretty much worked on a lot more with. Let me bring it over here. So same thing that I was doing earlier, but I definitely fleshed it out a little bit more, took a little bit more time. And that's really, how far do you want to take anything? Do you want to take this into a photorealistic thing? It's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. So we're going to get rid of Abe here. Good talking to you, Abe. So we're going to get rid of Abe real fast here. And move on to just another quick sample of what we're going to be looking at. Also, I had a picture of, I found this photo, it's actually a painting of a landscape. And this is kind of more of a typical thing that a lot of people like to do is whoops, let me get rid of that guy there. This is more of a typical view, or a subject that the average person might want to do. And really it's, how do you look out onto that landscape and truly capture parts of it on paper, and catch parts of it on paper. And as you know, if you're doing clouds and landscapes at all or anything like that, they tend to not stay in place. They're constantly moving. And so how is it that you kind of work with nature as it's moving around in front of you? This is pretty easy because, hey, I'm demonstrating something and the clouds are staying right where they are. But really in class, what I'm hoping to teach is how to observe what you're seeing here, and what am I looking for when I put it down on paper? What am I trying to pull off? What are the values? Like right now I've got these dark values here, down here at the bottom, and outlines. And how do I work with the values? Values, light and darks, that's what values are. They're just lights and darks in anything, whether it's in photography or whatever. It's just lights and darks. So here I am filling this in, and once again I took this sketch a little bit further earlier today, and I'll quick show you what that looked like. And we'll see if we can stretch that out, see if I can show you there. Yep, I can't. Unfortunately, that's all I can show you is right here. There's a little bit more off to the side, but here, I'll try this real fast. Shrink that down a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. But that's kind of what I was working at earlier today. Same principles. I am looking at what I see over here, using certain techniques that hopefully can teach you, and using some values to help flesh out what a picture looks like. So that's really what the class is intended to be this fall, is taking, hopefully if you got a few drawing skills, it's probably not exactly for beginners, but if you have some drawing skills, is teaching you how to go and see what's outside, see what's on your desk, see what's on your computer, and figure out how to put that on paper, make it look like something. That's it. Take care.